Hey y'all, Bobby Lovell again here today. Time for another Sunday Fun Day video. Hope everybody's had a wonderful week. You know, this spring in the air sure has me wanting to have my arm in a cast. And those of you that are fishermen know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, want to go out and do some fishing. I'm ready to get into a mess of crappie and put a little crappie in a skillet and have some good fried crappie. I enjoy eating crappie. So it got me thinking about some of our old fishing trips. And back in the early to mid 70s, we would when we got decided we wanted to go fishing. Oftentimes we'd just load up to pick up with all of our stuff, put in a john boat, and we would just run up to Fort Griffin and stay in the state park, and put our john boat in the Clear Fork of the Brazos there, and run a few trot lines, a few drop hooks, and stay overnight. Maybe if we felt like it, we might stay 2 nights. But most of the time it's just kind of a little overnight trip. We'd run up there. And Eric, he had a big canvas tent, but that thing was a chore to put up. And we didn't want to even mess with that, so we would just take our bedrolls and take our cots, and we would just set up underneath one of those covered picnic areas with a picnic table there, and that's just how we'd stay, And we'd get down there and we'd get our trot lines and all set, and we'd go back and we'd run them. We'd check them about sundown, get them all baited back up, and then we'd go one more time about midnight. And pull any fish off that we'd caught and rebait, make sure everything's baited up real good, and then we'd set them out, and let them stay there all night long. We'd get up, around 6 and go back and check everything. And so we'd get back from running them at midnight, and about 1 o'clock probably, maybe a little bit before, we'd get back to the camp and we'd kind of start getting settled down, try to get into our bedrolls, try to get a little sleep. And of course it wasn't long after that, about 1:30, 2 o'clock, then the little masked bandits would come through doing their nightly pillaging and plundering and trying to figure out what we had around that they could eat. And, we'd get up and we'd have to shoo the raccoons off, and you'd hear them ready to run down to the next trash can and rattle it and see if there was anything in it, or they might run down if somebody else was camped a little further down, run down and pillage and plunder there, and you'd hear those people get up and shoo them off. And, that was just that was part of the nightly deal. You expected that when you went up there and was just going to stay like we did. That was just all part of the fun and part of the experience. It wasn't too long after this that Al and Phyllis moved to Paint Rock, and Eric and Joyce followed them down to Paint Rock for a few years, and we ended up doing all of our fishing trips down on the Concho River. And I'm sure there's still some stories that'll be coming about some of our fishing trips that we had down on the Concho River, because it wasn't, like I say, this was probably this particular trip was probably one of our last trips that we had up to Fort Griffin. But fond memories of just going up there with family and just enjoying a night or two and doing some fishing and just the experiences of all that. Guys, y'all have a wonderful week. Remember, y'all be sweet. I'll be purty. I love you, and God bless.